Cool. Well, let me just shut up the game capture real quick. Okay, and there we go. Game capture is set. So today, because I couldn't, we've got today and tomorrow to stream, and then Nitro Odyssey collection. So, as far as a one-off, I guess Duviri Paradox. So I guess first I'll say, so I'll ask how your 2 days are going, since I see there's two people here. Ooh, I have to pick a config. I remember setting this up earlier, but... Oh, that's right, they're just normal, but they swapped out the arcanes. Alright, basic should be fine. Natsu? I don't know, Nami solo, not my style. Secondaries aren't going to be good. Twin Stubbos was alright. Now it's just Broken War or Tatsu Prime. I have not used Broken War in a long ass time. Yeah. Those are some mighty old builds. I'm doing solo Steel Path on Duviri Paradox, and obviously don't know what Duviri Paradox is. It's newest update in Warframe. Ah, now I want to know what that simple assignment was, Alyssa. How to explain it if you don't know Duviri Paradox or kept up with Warframe? New update, added a whole new game mode, bit of a roguelite, tries to... So, mostly playing as Drifter. And I get random equipment from my... Not from my arsenal, from literally everything. I don't own a Nami solo. Seriously do not own a Nami solo, because it's just default mods. And you'll see what the actual remote gameplay is when we go outside the cave. But at least setup-wise, it's been a nice way to dust off all the older frames in the arsenal. That's very true, Alyssa. I know you're not too fond of it. I know this game mode is relatively fairly different from normal. Not drastically, though. It is on the same engine, after all.
Hear now of the one they called Loden, the high and mighty prince of nothing. For within him burned a fire and a fury he could not control.
Another day. Another insult to my dignity. My right. Return me to my rightful place, or suffer the consequences!
Alright. And a couple of things. One, I think it's because I'm streaming, but my FPS is lower than I normally is. Normally I'm at least in the 120s, but now I'm like in the 80s and 70s. Kind of makes sense, because like normally I'm not GPU bound by games, so I have my OBS just kind of using whatever it can. Let me check Task Manager. The second thing is to up the game audio, because it's a little soft for me. Yeah, no, it's probably CPU bound. Interesting though, nothing is maxed out, and it's really just CPUs going up to like 60%. Actually, let me play a little bit with that up. Oh yeah, 70%, 75. Oh yeah, it's not really getting close to max, but it is higher because OBS is running, which is interesting. That's enough Task Manager for now. Actually, I might... What may help, though, I think, would be going to actual full screen. So it might be a little bit black for a bit when it transitions, but should be fine after that. Just watching the... Oh no, there's no blackness at all for you guys. Okay, cool. Anywho, that should stabilize the frame rate a little bit. I can't replay the Duviri Paradox quest. You can't replay that yet, so I can't give you the actual full story and lore. Just the repeatable stuff, the meat and potatoes of the update. We've got a whole new place, Duviri, the Isles of Duviri. And basically play a bit of a roguelike game on there. Only a handful of types, but you do get randomized objectives and random locations. And the big thing is each objective you complete gives you a... for call degrees, they're just random buffs. You can stack those and get stupidly powerful by the end of your run, anyways. Come on, or something.
Now, people love to complain, but you know what I say? The king is doing his best. Besides, I'd like to see you do better.
My arrows, then you can outrun death itself.
Oh, there are archers up there. But Duviri is a place. I'm not sure if I should say lore-wise. I know Alyssa wouldn't care because you don't really play normally. I probably should. Alright. First combat tends to be a bit on the awkward side. There we go. This is what we're talking about, the decrees. Get to pick one, random options. I'll take the right one for double crit damage. Since they have a lock-on with a bit slower paced melee combat focus, you could say it's Souls-like, technically. It does have a dodge roll, but it doesn't have doors that do not open from this side. So, not quite as Souls-like. I'm just ignoring the objective to go get decrees on the side, because it is very useful to just ignore the main objective and go stack up some buffs. Also get resources. But what the title refers to is the Cinta bow, one of the new weapons they added. It's the bow that the archers were using, archer enemies, but how you get it is there's a certain side activity called enigmas. Simple little puzzles. Well, normally simple little puzzles. And they have a chance to randomly spawn, and when you complete one, you have a small chance to get a part of the Cinta, and I have everything except for the main blueprint. And everything but the main blueprint is tradable, so, like, fuck. I have almost 3 full sets of the Cinta parts, and no blueprints, so I can't build a Cinta. So yeah, I'm hoping to spend some time to farm it today. It's better to farm in a squad, but I have a feeling all the Cinta farming squads are done and gone by now. I'm just doing it solo. The reason why it's better in a squad is because the spawn rate of Enigmas goes up by like 3 or 4 times in the squad. Oh, you aren't dead from that shot. There you go. There's a lock on. I don't really use it that much. Just like in Souls, you kind of get used to free cam. There are parries, but they basically work as time blocked. Basically, the longer you hold block, the less effective it is, but it's not really visually indicated. Alright. That done. I'll take efficiency.
Let's not waste the day His Majesty gave us.
So the objective and decrees are randomized, but the map itself is static and crafted type stuff. When they spawn behind me. One shot. Yep. Nearby enemies are cold status. That by itself will just slow them a little bit. But pair it with some other decrees, and this is actually a pretty good one. Cold Aura. Moving gives me more damage. Crit hit gave melee attack speed. That'll be helpful for drifter combat. Now I'll take movement damage. Yeah, no, without actually talking about the lore itself, I don't think I have too much more mechanically to say until we actually see the decrees. See, there's a time block that then leads you into a parry. And again, if you... There we go. Oh, Ranger's reload would be nice for the Trumna. That thing has like a 30-second reload time. But... yeah, the other one's the Kuva Stubbas. I should take that. I think it's just you here, Alyssa, unless there's one other person. So, wise. As far as what goes on with Duviri Paradox, this is apparently what happened to the... Alright, there's actually more lore for me to explain, just to set this up to give context, but I guess you don't need it, because this is partly the new player experience now. Yeah, now, ever since the update dropped, when you start up a new account, you'll have the option to start off with the old tutorial War's Prize, which boots you straight up into a Warframe, or Duviri Paradox, which again gives you different type of play style, but still has some Warframes mixed in there for a little bit. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Croakheads deal extra hit with 40% cold status. There is one decree that was... you deal more damage to enemies that have cold procs on them. Otherwise, cold procs just slow things down, which can be helpful in of itself. But obviously not going to... Okay, unless you're going for headshots, it's not really going to improve DPS. Also, I should probably stop ignoring the horse in the pocket. Not fully sure what compelled me to not use the Caith immediately, but you get it really early on in the quest. Which is, our horsey friend here. With flight capabilities, like, immediately. Yeah, I got 550. You know what, let's do a skin. Oh, hello.
Suffering. It would mean ever so much to me. Were you to relieve them of their affliction? Oh dear, you've upset them.
Oh, right. You. I always pet the goat.
Like that. Yeah.
Even if the animation misaligns.
How sweet. They wish to show their gratitude. Follow them, Outlaw. Oh, please do follow them.
Yeah, that one's one of the more uncommon events, though I've been seeing it a bit more lately.
How about that?
Oh, I don't know if I want to get the fleet-footed. I don't mean, fleet-footed is really nice. It's 10% movement speed per decree, and you could, well... I think there are over 50 decrees you can get, so you can stack up your speed really high to the point that the Caith is... You want your Caith to move slower, not faster. I had a hard time telling what the hell the Luminous were. Those black shadow children. They can really stretch themselves long-wise. I guess they're Nightmares Manifest? Something like that. Oh hey, more efficiency. Oh, and more damage on movement. I'll take that. Right. What is Duviri? What is Duviri in the context of just the Duviri Paradox quest? Because I know what it is in the context of, like, you know, Warframe as a whole. Oh, that's a squad. Alright. Yeah, we're already at a good point power-wise, actually. The attack speed, crit damage on melee. After rolling increased crit damage, I will take that. Yes, what was I going on about before the squad spawned? Alright, what Duviri is. Technically, it's the safest place in the in the entire solar system. Even when there's fire raining from the sky. That's because death here isn't really permanent. There we go. Thank you. I will not take... Nah, I guess I'll take the overguard then. Don't want to waste a rare. I'd say we're about ready. Just do this. Still no Enigmas so far. There actually are fairly uncommon to even rare spawning under solo. Really is something. Oh, hello. There you go. Yeah, they can block the shots, but not the bonus damage. There you go. The head where possible. And charge shots where possible. As I was saying, charge shots where possible, especially to the head. Very strong. Oh, we could get the... Oh, I will definitely take the rolling crit damage. That puts us at 700 health.
It would be nice to want something once in a while.
Right. The health stuff, I think. Yes, I have not mentally prepared at all how I'm going to monologue about Duviri. So if you got questions, or related or otherwise, feel free. Probably check out what you posted in a report then. So let's check that. Oh, I do have to actually Alt-Tab. I can't just move the mouse over. That's why I'm on windowed. That's why I'm on borderless window, otherwise known as windowed full screen, or borderless full screen. It has a few names. Just move the mouse off to the side and it's fine, but no, I have to Alt-Tab. I think it's going to freeze the game. Game capture will tell. What even? What kind of brain teaser is this? Also, I was right, it does freeze. Cool. The game does freeze when I Alt-Tab off it in full screen. Oh, that's neat to know. Should I show it? Eh. Those who are in Discord will know. Right, so mechanically there's a bit of a permanent upgrades in the form of intrinsics, which were there in the Railjack update some years ago. And they've added a second set of intrinsics for Duviri Paradox.
Told the imp these void-sodden travesties were a stupid idea.
Oh, but they're so strong, Loden.
Kill one. Take what it's guarding. Prove me right.
Gosh, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I already got pretty strong. So the intrinsics is basically gain. I don't gain any more because I have max intrinsics. But
I love the part where you flailed about like a fish on a mud bank.
The
that
most
was-
petty and trivial things could spark Loden's anger, but the flames quickly rose.
So the permanent progression you get with the intrinsics, you get a little bit of XP for every little activity you complete. And once you're done with the run,
Ulcer in the guts of Duviri. Something's happening down there. I can feel it. Sort it out, for void's sake.
and once you are done with the run, you can spend some of that to get intrinsics, which are permanent upgrades, and a couple of ones that are made a very immediate effect is one, I gain max health for every decree I get. That's why I'm at 725 HP right now instead of like 350. In fact, you start at 250, but there's other decrees to increase your starting health too. Not other decrees, other intrinsics. And also, I get 10% more damage for every decree I get, which is why, now that I actually have a good number of decrees, things are going down fast. Here in the Undercroft, the seedy underbelly of Duviri, to be in our warframe.
This Tenno asset is destined to be destroyed by
Fuck its defense.
forces. Intervene and change its fate.
Oh, it should be alright.
The tingle of mounting excitement.
Enemies incoming.
This is on Steel Path, remember. So, God, there's not a But Zaka is pretty good for here, like, just in general. Yeah, I'm Trumna. So, just so you're a bit of... Actually, let me recast my abilities before I reload. Sorry, so this is how long the reload is for the Trumna.
No time to rest. Already a new
It's
onslaught.
pretty long. It does have a big max, so you aren't going to reload often, but like when you gotta reload, it's painful. Wait. Okay, that, and there we go. Buster up.
Come on, plenty of room for everyone.
The enemy musters for a fresh assault. Hold.
Yeah, Zaku's got abilities that scale with enemy level. So combine that with decrees just increasing damage. Without much of a cap, and oh, I hit by the fire. Heck. Oh, boy. watch my timers better. Anyhow, Zaku's just really well suited to this. I'm not even using his full kit. His full kit is a little cumbersome to use because his third ability is you have to cycle through and then use each one individually. Which means you have to alternate between tapping and holding the button.
The winds blow fiercely.
Kinda eh.
The rains do not relent.
Cumbersome to use.
The stout bough stands.
But they are good abilities. I guess for those who aren't familiar with Zaku, his one eye is subsumed with the Helmet system. If you don't know what the Helmet system is, don't worry about it. You'll get there eventually. Second ability is I steal enemy guns, and you can see them there on the left. They now shoot back at their owners.
Prepare yourself.
The damage they deal is based on the level of the enemy I stole them from and my ability strength. And the number of guns and how far they can shoot is based on range, so Zaku wants range and strength for this stuff to, like, shoot strong and fast and a lot. As you can see, it's kind of killing most things before even I can shoot at them. Hold on, get my shields down. There we go. We're on. I can't show you the abilities anymore because we're done. I'll let the story a bit play out.
So everything was met with anger, and anger was his undoing.
Oh, the squad spawns here. Fantastic. Alright, actually that won't be enough to kill him. But that sideswiped it. There we go. Okay, one rare, one... Oh, this motherfucker. Seriously. Give me a bee. Hey there, Mako. How's your week been? Where is it? Oh, right, Zaku's abilities. His third is... well, it's 3 abilities in one. Saw the whole vines grasping around the one enemy. Yeah, use gaze on one enemy to lock it down. And any enemies within a certain radius from it, just to have all of their defenses removed. Well, at my power strength, they're all removed. And then you can cycle it to a... not quite sure what to call it. Wide Rift, Portal, Memes, not quite sure. But it turns enemies in an area to your allies, but they have friendly fire, so you can make use of that. You totally can. Like, I gave Zaku a buff that does a counterattack if you get damaged. So we convert a whole crowd and then buff them. They'll just kill each other with the counterattacks. If you want the Saturday streams to go away, then I can do Sunday, but otherwise, yeah. It's Friday night, and then one day of the weekend.
it doesn't matter to me one little bit what color the sky turns.
That's for Zaka's 4th ability, because I do want to finish that tangent even though Manko came in midway. Is... he sheds his outer layer to become the skeleton within. And that pauses all the timers on his abilities, as well as increases his evasion rate, so he just has a 75% chance to just not take damage when he takes damage. Yeah, I think I've got enough decrees for damage, but I think I have the ideal decrees for end. Oh, timepieces over here. And also, enemies initially hit by the fragmentation of the exoskeleton get slowed and take more damage from Zaku's other abilities. And I forgot about the third part of Zaku's third ability, which is just freaking hand cannon. Literally, you just fire a giant fuck-off laser from your hand. It lifts up enemies, spins them in the air, and also makes them more vulnerable to damage. It's kind of the weakest one because it doesn't do too much damage on its own, but combined with the damage scaling it decrees in the armor strip gaze, it actually does do a solid amount. Well, experimental in the sense that we're trying it out, seeing if people show up, and if I can, you know, keep doing Fridays. And if it turns out alright with everyone involved, including myself, then we'll keep doing Fridays. So yeah, experimental in the sense that we're trying it.
I can never work these stupid mazes out. Wait, you can do it for me.
Yeah, I'm not fully sure what I'll do tomorrow. I do have a very sizable chunk of Warframe to grind out before the weeklies reset Sunday night, so maybe I'll do that tomorrow. But I don't think I need to use stream time for that. Not really. I don't have that much grinding left to do before weekly resets. No, there goes Luminous. Now, I'm not sure if the Luminous spawn infinitely in these mazes, or if it's just at set points. Seems like it's just set points, though. If you go through it fast enough, it feels like they just spawn infinitely. Damn straight.
The more Loden's anger drove people away, the more certain he became that he was right.
Oh, that's decently far away. I mean, sure, I can just call my cave and we'll be on our way. Up a rock face, of course. Up I hear chest. Chests are usually on the easier side for decrees. Yeah, because you can just do a little bit of music box hacking. I don't have any rerolls left, so I'll just take attack speed. Got Tatsu Prime after all. Oh, there's an Enigma. Oh, it's a very easy one, too. But yeah, I got 3 symbols here. One of them's covered. And 3 thingies here. With the shapes. All you gotta do is just make them match. I just saw Dax Archer over there. Let's see. I usually attribute them names that are easier to remember, so that's Meat, Y, and that looks like it could be a U, but there's a few U's. There's a few that can make that shape. Like that M. M could be one. Nope, it was down U. Yeah, I got some materials, and has a chance to be a Cinta part. And I have not gotten a fucking Cinta main blueprint. I have 3 full sets of parts, but not a main blueprint. Not a single one. Just snipe the sniper. There you go. That won't be a bother. Yeah, the Enigmas, I know a bunch of spots where they can spawn in, because I've seen them spawn in there. But
Grown suspicious of me. His spies approach even now to surveil. Me! One more bucket of piss splashed in my face for the world to see! Take care of this before we're both in the stocks!
there we go. That. Ooh, melee is hit twice. I'll take that rare decree. Not quite the ideal one, but it's good enough. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing. At this point, I can just kind of flail around wildly and things die.
For that, Drifter, I shall break something of yours.
Okay, come on.
In his heart, Loden knew he was angry with his own powerlessness. And no amount of screaming could remedy that.
There we go. Finally. Yep. Alright, that's 3 decrees stacked up. So let's see. We have critical hit, melee attack speed. Critical melee hits give us crit damage. All that. Melee kill get overguard, again with the attack speed, toxin. Critical hits do cold damage. That'll be good. Casting abilities boost movement speed, more ability efficiency. Ah, yes, persistent attrition. The target becomes 10% more vulnerable to damage with each shot. Ah, yep. That's a good one. It's not an immediate thing, but when you're fighting beefier enemies, that's a real nice thing to have. Oh yeah, it's a chest. I saw the blue glow. I was hoping it was Enigma, though. Rolling dust damage and staggers. Again with critical melee attack speed. Toxin thing. I'll take the attack speed. Get that out of the pool.
beasts left to roam at will, eating and shitting whatever they like. It's maddening! Round those stinking things up!
Wonderful.
Wonderful indeed. We are goat herding. Well, tam herding is the official name. Come on. Come on. Or jump kick you. There you go. Hold up. That's an archer. Motherfuckers.
The peasant you are. And a peasant you shall always be.
He became an enemy to even himself.
Okay, hold up, hold up. Stay still. And now you're done. Alright, crit hits do cold damage. Still haven't gotten the decree for bonus damage to cold people. Huh. Will increase crit. We'll take that.
Work like life, it never ends.
Undercroft for the final stage. Okay. Well, semi-final stage. The actual final stage is... well, I won't spoil it. I'll just say it'll be a bit of a spectacle. Definitely more mechanically engaging than most things in Warframe so far.
To brood under his very nose. If I had my way, I'd have all those Undercroft portals bricked up. Get in there and find out what's wrong this time.
Alright, what do we gotta do in the Undercroft this time?
Endurance is
Ooh,
defiance.
survival.
Prove you can endure the Undercroft.
Well, that means it's 5 minutes period, but like... alright, so that gives us evasion. That gives us... more guns. Guns. Alright, max out in guns. Alright, bit to gaze. That means everybody around this crewman's gonna have their armor stripped. That's good for me. Oh, I just gazed cracks. Okay. I'm gonna let you be. I'd rather... if I have to take a location, I'd rather take over here. Alright, let's do some conversion therapy. There we go. Oh, did I accidentally kill them? I might have. Not the one that I gazed. Might have actually broken out of it. Huh. Well. Stay lovey. Oh, that was an allied corruptible lancer. Whatever. Good targets. Yeah, sorry, I forget. It's normally it's tap to swap, hold to cast, but I inverted that because it's a lot faster to tap to hit gaze given how long the cast time is, but whoops. There's your laser. Yeah, if it doesn't kill, it's gonna lift him and make him more vulnerable to damage. It's fine.
The performance will commence.
Go, convert them, give me buff. Now then, my stolen guns automatically know not to target allies, so I don't have to worry about that. Means I can just bring out my melee, so I have auto blocking, and just let my guns do the work. Oh, they weren't just all dead by the time the conversion happened. Oh, but they are super slowed by my core. That makes sense. My 4 and the buff have the same timer, so I like to cast them at the same time, so I have to recast them at the same time, you know? Only have to keep one time in mind and not two. Unfortunately, that means that I friendly fire my summons and they get slowed by my 4. Oh, we're done already? Oh, 5 minutes is 5 minutes.
Was the rightful heir, but the boy was chosen. Why is this always happening to me? What is wrong with me? Am I not good enough for all of you?
Oh, time to move on to the final phase. It's now about now. Be a good time to start watching again if you actually care to see something of some mechanical depth.
You will need my Orvius to challenge this aura worm. Find it.
Era.
The fire within Loden was his anger. Unable to control it, thus was he consumed. Behold,
Our aura worm fight.
dragon of Loden.
Subdue Loden's aura worm before all Duviri is consumed. You are nothing more than a passenger. Seize control.
Right. Oh, that's. Okay, lined up. And
Now, use the beast. Destroy Thrax's bonds.
make an ADS in this? Huh. Didn't realize you could. Not that you really need to.
The beast through the portal.
Just remember, hell yeah, this is an in-game rendered cutscene, like in-engine. Alright, so begins the second half of the fight.
The most dangerous, for they have nothing left to lose.
Okay, this is not going to be too great. Oh boy, that's a lot of fire. Yeah, generally I want crees that can buff guns so the hold on crits, damage on movement. That stuff is good. This makes this last fight go faster. Not want to touch the wall of death.
Helpless, and nobody cares about you.
Right, so each of the aura worms represents one primal emotion, and this one be anger. You couldn't tell from all the dialogue. You had all paid attention.
Grab you by the heels and smash your city brains out on a roar!
Yeah, try that if you can. I was gonna do it. Ah, shit, I got off with heat. Because I can't inflict status effects. Actually, let's use the Kuvastabas. Okay. Do not want to get hit by the fire laser.
Find a way to stop its spawn.
Ah, you motherfucker. Okay. Actually, the Stubbas maybe actually be a better deal than the... Yeah, they were. Damn, should've used the Stubbas instead. All this time I thought they were bad. Well, okay. They got a lot of recoil to them. Hey, all I needed was a pat on the head. Remember, the next time a giant dragon is angry, just give it a pat on the head. They'll be fine.
Bravely done. For this one night at least, Duviri is calm.
What did you do? I'm Snoopy.
And with that, the run is technically complete. Although, it's really complete when we leave, and as I said, we're gonna look for fucking enigmas. God damn. when it comes to the activities themselves, there's a bit of popping. It can be severe at times, so going as fast as you can isn't necessarily the best. Even if you really want to. Let's check out was it the amphitheater? I remember there being 2 spawn points for enigmas here. Let's see, that one's dead. And this one's dead. Alright. Well, and I just heard a codex entry. Oh, I see it. Right on top of the arch. Got it. Okay. Yeah, farming for the Cinta is a lot. I don't know if doing other activities will actually make more enigmas pop up. Maybe that's the case. Maybe that's why they spawn more often in squads. And to ignore stuff that isn't an enigma. Yeah, so far I've only seen the one. Which is partly why it's frustrating. And the squad is done. Yes, we are indeed at the point where we don't really care about enemies. I'll just round off victories. Don't think it really matters what I pick at this point. Hold on, I heard another codex. Where did I hear it? Yeah, I don't actually know where I heard it, huh? I heard it around here, though, while I was diving.
Yeah.
Wait, is that it? The heck is... Oh, is that an enigma that hasn't loaded in yet? Oh, that would make too much sense. Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh no, that was just the bench. I stepped on invisible. Yeah, no, I did. Okay, and this will be a pressure plate, wouldn't it? Motherfucker. Alright. Yeah, it would be real nice if I had a squad. It'd be real nice if I had someone just... I think even just one more person. Probably spawn a lot more enigmas. And if you're wondering, you can normally go this fast in the cave. What I'm doing isn't, like, blocked behind intrinsics or anything. It's just something you may or may not know. If you just tap, jump, you go a lot faster. Although you keep ascending, so you have to aim down. Which is fine, because you want to look at the ground anyway. It's not like you're observing face of Thrax. Okay, so that's the chest. That is probably... Oh, Jaws. In which case, yeah, I haven't been everywhere on the map. Well, I can't really say with certainty there aren't any more enigmas, but yeah, my hopes aren't high. If they have loaded in, you can see the little blue glow from their thingamajig pretty far away. Like, you don't necessarily need to land on top of them to actually spot them. But you may need to land on top of them for them to load in the first place. So, Oh, wait a minute, I just heard another codex entry. Oh, I see it. I see it. Hold on, let's get it from the ground. And there we are. Yeah, given the momentum of the cave, it can be a little difficult to make precise. There's an enigma. Be a little difficult to land precise shots. Alright, so 5-0 down magnet. Okay. There's a 5. There's down magnets, in which case this one should be 0. There we go. And no Cinta part, of course. That's the usual odds. Yeah, solo farming Cinta is painful. I mean, when it first came out, I considered buying it with plat because I like, you know, like a really cool bow, but I'm just like, nah, that's not. Let's just try to farm it. And I got like, you know, 4 out of 5 blueprints. And then I got 4 out of 5 blueprints. Times 3. And it's like, fuck. And 1 part off. Perpetually 1 part away. You might be wondering, why don't I just go buy it, trade it from another player? But you see, all of the Cinta parts are tradable, except for the main blueprint. The motherfucking last one I need. Well, yes. This has been a... this... Oh, hey, there's an enigma. It's been one of the worst farms. I mean, the puzzles themselves require a little bit of thinking. I do need to remember what the symbols are, which is simple enough, but, I mean, have you tried using your short-term memory lately? Stuff seems to be going. And then it's just finding out where all the parts are. Like, these ones are missing the shapes. I have to find it. Of course, I already know where it is. Right here. Here's the third one. Alright, so it's power, T clamps. It's power. T. And you have to be clamps then. There you go. And you give me no parts. Of course. Now let's just take fleet-footed. There you go. Now you get to see what... Alright, let's jump.
My magic has revealed that.
Yeah, so this is fleet-footed. Okay, alright. Alright, slow down now. I think we're already at the point where I should be using a cape to slow myself down. Oh. Well, that's some good stuff. So deal more damage to enemies affected by cold status, as well as just deal more damage on crit. Cold rocks. 200%. Yeah, let's just I don't have the truly destructive one. There's a rare decree that is spreading status effects. So you can get a dot on them and then the dot just spreads to everything. And everything dies. Anywho, I don't even have like a third of the decrees, so this is just how fast we go with this much, because I know your health can go to over 3,000. So we have, yeah, at most 1/3 of the decrees, and this is how fast we're already going with fleet-footed.
Look at
Yeah, if you see enigmas on the way to the exit, of course I'll do them, but like I'm just gonna go to the exit now. I'm gonna hold on, is that? No, that's just a blue lantern light. I don't think there's an enigma here. No, it didn't spawn. Alright. Now, there are a few spots that enigmas can spawn in the city. But I don't really see him. I don't see him. Or do I? Oh, there is one. Looks like there is. No, wait, that's one I already did, didn't I? Yeah, that one's already done. That was the first one. Okay, where's... Oh, I gotta go up there. Gotta go up there and teach those Dax a fucking lesson. There's the bell. Oh, they're behind me, too. Oh, this is the capital city. And there we go. 2 degrees. Alright. And we are done. Hour 21 minutes. Yeah, Duviri runs, at least for me, tend to be on the longer side. And they aren't terribly boring either. At least not for me to play through, since I'm looking for a lot of stuff. Or, well, one thing, but in a lot of places.
Hey,
That is the Duviri Paradox. We have...
let's check what's next.
Well, or as well as alerts, but we also have that night wave. So as I had mentioned towards the start, Duviri Paradox with the whole randomized loadouts has gotten me to, think about a lot of older Warframes, like a lot of older Warframes. And by older, I mean ones that I used to use and don't anymore. Well, now I'm starting to use them. Even some frames I never really used in the first place, like Lavos. Got him all formatted up, got a config I'm happy with. So if he pops up, I can enjoy him. And I've been working through my loadouts in alphabetical order, so I got Revenant. Actually, I decided I don't really like Revenant. I get why other people like Revenant. I decided no thank you. No thank you.
Remember the old war?
Actually, why does he have duration?
Seems to have misplaced those memories.
Oh really, why does he have duration? Is it because of... I think it's... because of Reeve. Or is it... Oh, it might be Mesmer Skin too, because of the stun. I don't think he needs positive duration, but he most certainly does not want negative duration. Oh, and there's also the Thrall army too. That's fair. His armor's actually pretty low despite being a tank. Anywho, what do I want to do here? Well, I can probably go for more strength. We've already got blind rage. I think we can go for... Oh, we don't have the polarity for it. That would explain things. That would most certainly explain things. And I don't really care to mod him for that either, because I don't have too much fun with Revenant. Like, I get his concept, and I've had fun at times, but when I try to use him in a very serious capacity, it's just like, ugh. He has, like, nothing. Nothing I want. Mag is... well, Mag's always fun. Mag's just a caster that really amplifies weapon ability. Mag is just straight fun. Lavos, I have learned how to play. I don't think I'm as proficient as I could be. He's got a lot of hold cast shenanigans. And getting more proficient at that, cast things in succession, is what will make me better at Lavos. Yeah, so you're aware of his whole deal. So all of his abilities, they don't cost energy. They instead have cooldowns, like a proper MMO. Well, more like just World of Warcraft. However, if he holds down his abilities, you can infuse the next cast with an extra element, and a lot of his stuff, well, his 4 especially, just does a shit ton more damage the more status effects they have. So you want to mix your elements as you're casting your first 3 abilities, so that way you get as many status effects as possible in the enemy, and good status effects too, because it depends on the faction. And then cast your 4 with its ideal status type, and it just obliterates whole fucking rooms. I just gotta get faster at mixing things. And again, I haven't used Lavos for that long, so yeah, it's more of an experience thing. Citrine, I haven't used Citrine in a long time. And a long time I mean since she came out, but I did get her formed and used her for a bit. Not fantastic. It is getting late, isn't it? I could probably keep going, but I don't think I should. Or rather, I can go for another half hour. Keep it to 2 hours, yeah. Cordia, no changes. Cordia's one of my favorites. She's also really fun to use like mag. Roma, I started to get into him. I gave him a second shot. I didn't like him the first time I got him. And I gave him a second try, and I do like him. I like weapons platforms. Oh yeah, so Warframes are generally categorized as two archetypes. I do have a Lavos snake there. Bug frame. It can either be a weapons platform or a caster. I think you can guess what they are by the names. Oh, Oberon, I did some formatting earlier this week. His whole kit is just, ugh. It's versatile, but it's the kind of versatile that's just not quite good enough in any one category. Like, he wants range, so his attacks and buffs and stuff can actually cover a long ground. He wants duration so that they last, and then you want strength so that way they're actually at a decent, effects. But all of that comes at the cost of efficiency. You can see I have 100% duration, so normal, 45% efficiency. So abilities cost 55% more, over double range and double strength. And this is kind of the best I could get it. And the low efficiency really does hurt. Because he wants to be casting his 4 a lot, and that's 155 energy per cast. It's just, ugh. That is if you want to go offensive anyways. Yeah, so to go offensive, you have to cast Hollow Ground is 2. Cast Pull, or whatever grouping tool you put on there. And then cast is 4. And there you go. You've killed a group of enemies for the low cost of 300 energy. Ugh. You bring the cost down. You either bring the range down or the strength down, or even the duration down. If you bring the duration down, Hollow Ground doesn't last long enough for you to really get a good grouping going. If you bring the range down, then you can't get that large of a group. And if you bring the strength down, you may not be able to even kill the group in the first place. So it's like, fuck. I have like a stopgap RNG solution in Arcane Energize and Arcane Steadfast where it's just randomly abilities won't cost energy, and randomly I'll get a lot more energy per energy orb than you normally would. But that's the thing, it's randomly. So if luck's in my favor, Oberon plays really well and fun and powerful, and if luck's not in my favor, it's shit. It's so shit. Gals I spent like a day and a half on. I really should have just spent a day on him. I used to use Gals. He was one of the frames I used to really get through the Steel Path, and I wouldn't really replace any of his kit. It just came down to, like, he's already pretty solid. I didn't need to tweak all that much. I just needed to refine what kind of balance I actually like. And yes, turns out I do end up liking low efficiency builds because it means I can go really high on the other stats. And I have the arcanes to offset it. Yeah, low efficiency is bad, but I have the arcanes to make up for it, so the energy economy isn't shit. Yeah, tried out some builds for him. I got one I like. I've been working on Excalibur. Oh boy, Excalibur. He was my starter frame. And I feel like I'm getting close, but kinda running into the Oberon issue of it's like not quite there, and I'm not quite... Unlike with Oberon, I feel like he has enough, at least for himself. It's just I'm not sure what combination of stats and mods I should be going for. So I've been trying out stuff. I have one config that's designed entirely around this exalted blade, which actually worked pretty well. I don't think it's going to room clear, but it can definitely kill a lot of things. I really want to make this build around as one /dash. This is what's going to clear rooms if you can build around it, but building around it ideally has been difficult. Now I need to make my bathroom trip, so I'm going to go do that. ERB. Okay. That was... It wasn't a short trip. Where was I going with this? Right, so let's just, I guess, do some stuff. Do those alerts then. I'd rather just do Steel Path stuff, whatever. Whatever. Exterminate. Oh yeah, let's do this stuff solo, actually. And if we're doing it solo, let me actually make sure my kit's right. It's not Steel Path, so it doesn't really matter, but I want it to matter. Alright, so there's Heat. There it is. Well, this is just slash. Alright. Slash and dash. Alright, so when it comes to building Excalibur, well, I think his slash dash is the key, as well as Furious Javelin. The Furious Javelin gives him way more damage than I think anything else can. Although it does depend on enemy density. That's true. That's true.
We need to clean this area up. Search for the source of the infestation and exterminate it.
Oh, hey, Furious Javelin did a thing. Yeah, as you can see, Slash Dash can really go at stuff.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
So it wants range so that it can chain really well. It wants strength so that it hits hard. I also need a stat stick, but that's covered separately. In fact, maybe I should redo my stat stick. Yeah, it's good, but maybe it gets better. The problem is the corrupted mod for the most range also reduces strength, so kinda stuck. Also, because this is Excalibur Umbrano, we are...
Heavy infestation ahead.
God damn, though. That was really quick. That was really, really quick. Wow. Oh, already got energy.
The enemy is broken. Well done. Now get to extraction.
Yeah, 2 minutes. No, that was a lot faster than I thought it would be. That's Slash Dash for you. It can definitely do things real well. But for Steel Path, you do want to set it up a bit, and it's just... Yeah, the thing with Excalibur is surviving as well as modding. I might just need to get a second Excalibur so that I can mod it better. That might just be how I need to do things. Anyway, let's do survival. Yeah, so the issue with Excalibur is while he does have above average armor, it's not above average enough to really consider him tanky. Like, he may not instantly die,
Make your presence known.
like other warframes, but it's only going from like a 1-shot to a 2-shot, where there are other frames that can just, you know, not die.
I'm sending life
So I
support
have to invest a
your way.
considerable amount. Yeah, I don't need to really buff myself up for this, do I? This ain't Steel Path. Oh, that's still losing Steel Path. There. Oh, that's not Steel Path. Yeah, this isn't Steel Path. I say that because this little hall right here would have about 30 enemies jam-packed into it if it were Steel Path. No, there were just 3. I can show you later. Let's do Steel Path survival on the same tile set. Which is also how I field test this, because, like, anything works in Star Chart.
Life support incoming.
Okay. Across the room. Yeah, that's why I have Arcane Eruption on here. Because I'm thinking, oh hey, if I knock down the enemies, I can give myself some breathing space. The thing is, with Excalibur, is that you're blind. Radio Blind is like his main defensive utility, aside from Slash Dash. So Slash Dash gives you health immunity while it's being cast, which means you can kind of clear rooms with relative impunity. But as soon as it ends, so does the invul, and you gotta cast it again. And you can't really do anything else while Slash Dash is going on, other than cancel it. So it's not ideal survival tool, but it does help Excalibur survive. Offense and defense in the same dash. I don't even see the enemy, I just kind of dash in the direction the minimap said. And I missed.
Life support on the way.
No. Don't get to do your thing. Also, Argon Crystal. Oh, that's right, it's 10 minutes survival. I should have brought Necros. Oh, there you go. Dead.
I've delivered another life support
Seriously,
capsule.
though. I kind of like it when Slash Dash just goes directly upwards vertically. Yeah, so Excalibur is running into defense issues, and also into energy issues, too. It's basically Slash S. It's automated. I press the 1, and then Excalibur just does the rest until there's no more targets to chain to. Which means I can't do things like reposition at will without straight up canceling it. Straight up canceling it isn't necessarily a great idea because of the invul I get from it. I could just instantly die when it ends. I do it in the wrong way. So, instantly dying, not fun. That's kind of where Radial Howl comes into play, because it staggers enemies and blinds them, so as long as I'm not loud, I'll just kind of shoot where they last saw me. And it's fine. But yeah, it's just, I kind of want to replace it with a damage buff. That slash dash can really just clear rooms on Steel Path. But again, the problem is the breathing room that comes with Radial Howl. Because I kind of need that breathing room for Excalibur to survive. Because, like, Excalibur needs some kind of healing. He doesn't really have any kind of solid defense. A Gloom could technically work, but Gloom also reduces KPM. So I really just want to use that as a last resort. Alright, KPM is kills per minute. Something I've only very recently concerned myself with, and it's really just to kind of test, oh hey, is this build good? Which is, you go onto a solo Steel Path survival, and then yeah, you just measure how many kills per minute you get. Pretty much it. Well, not just quite it. One little tidbit more. It's aiming for 100 KPM or above. 100 KPM is like alright. A pretty good build is like 120 KPM plus. And with Excalibur, I was getting like 80 tops, which bad. I mean, obviously it works. It can be fun to use and it can get the job done, but as far as like clearing rooms out solo on Steel Path and not having to worry about, as far as just being the embodiment of a nuke. As you can see, that's partly because of the lower spawn rate from doing solo survival.
Life support activated.
But also just because Excalibur doesn't kill that fast. And it's like, it's slash dash with the automated dashing from target to target that really gives Excalibur his good room clearing speed. It's kind of his best bet for room clears. Fast room clears, that is. Slash dash can have some big range. And doesn't really have a chaining limit, it's just, is there a target to chain to? If there is, it's going to keep chaining. No ifs, ands, or buts. My issue is that the melee I've got is literally just a stat stick. Well, that's one of the issues. So it's not like a great melee. It's more so because slash dash actually inherits the mods from your melee weapon. That's why it's a stat stick. I just grab a melee, put some mods that are good for slash dash on there, call it a day. Don't really use the melee as a melee. If I really want a melee, bring out the Exalted Blade. But the thing is, when you use the Exalted Blade, slash dash uses its mods. So slash dash actually gets a little weaker, but also a little stronger, because the Exalted Blade itself buffs slash dash's damage, and also sends out a shockwave with every single hit, and it's like, okay. So in theory, Exalted Blade would be better than a stat stick. In theory. Practice, it honestly feels... it's just not... It's got too much trade-off. So, onto the pros then. Mention those first. So, every slash dash you execute sends out a shockwave.
When you need it, extraction
As
is
in,
ready.
slash dash even though it is technically a melee strike, it counts as an ability. So you won't count for any kind of like melee kill or melee bonus type stuff. However, with the Exalted Blade out, you shoot out shockwaves with every slash dash that connects. And those shockwaves count as melee hits, which means they have proper status chance and proper crit chance, and they also count as melee for anything that wants melee. So it's good because, you know, Slash Ash gives a 4/ proc, and then we can have Viral on the Exalted Blade, and then the Shockwave hits, causes Viral, and slash damage gets doubled. We got business. It's just that other buffs can, like, quintuple the damage. So it'd be great to have Viral on top of that. But it's difficult, because if you chain too many buffs together, you spend too much time buffing and not enough attacking. Which is part of the bind. Negatives, then, for using Exalted Blade, constant energy drain, so your energy efficiency is going to really matter for using Exalted as your slash dash weapon. And also, the Exalted Blade is pretty bad at keeping combo. Interestingly enough, so slash dash just gets more damage if you have a higher combo. And Exalted Blade is just pretty bad at keeping combo. It's kind of just part of what it is at this point.
Operator, the system needs you. Will you begin another mission?
Which is very unfortunate, because Exalted Blade is a strong melee. It's just, it's got some issues. Hopefully they end up buffing at some point, but I don't think it's bad enough to really warrant a buff. Exalted Blade can put out some pretty damn strong damage, especially because with the shockwaves it can double hit. Which is part of how it does so much damage. It's just, it's not quite good enough compared to the meta. Anyway, I said I'd show it off in the Steel Path Survival immediately afterwards. Let's do that. Yeah, normal melee would maintain the combo better, which would increase slash dash damage. And if I can keep combo up with the Exalted Blade, great, but I also have to keep energy up with the Exalted Blade, because
Trust in your training.
yeah, that's right. Whenever you switch on or off of an Exalted weapon, your combo resets. So if I run out of energy, I just lose all of my combo instantly. The Exalted Blade dissipates. That won't happen if I'm using normal melee. Oh, and the shockwaves don't really count towards the combo counter. That's also part of it.
Hold on. I'm sending auxiliary life support.
Yeah, so already you can see the enemy density is just way up on Steel Path. And Slash Dash just does its thing. Oh, okay. Energy. Yeah, that's part of the issue. Running out of energy, things can get real hairy real fast. That's the whole deal. It's like, do I give Excalibur Hunter Adrenaline? which means every time he takes energy, it goes back into. Every time he takes damage to health, it gets converted into energy.
Life support incoming.
Yeah, my buffs are out. Well, one buff. I just have one buff right now because I'm trying out just vanilla Excalibur move. It. Does.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
Yeah, no, the buff wore off. It's 16 seconds. It's actually not that long. Yeah, you see it like Radical Howl, like immediately all of the enemies within line of sight just stop attacking, which is like great for breathing room given just how high enemy density is. I have like 10% HP right now.
Prepare for life support.
Yeah, also life support's at like 60-ish%, which is pretty low. If we have like an actual good KPM build, life support should be at the lowest 85%. Might even just be sticking to 100% because we're killing fast enough.
Additional life support has arrived.
As you can see, slash dash, oh, decent. And that's really kind of all it is in the grand scheme. Oh, hey. You see, that's why I get Arcane Eruption, because knockdown can be helpful. Getting breathing room. Probably change Plim's config. Maybe I should use Venka. Yeah, the combo building is actually pretty big. And yes, adaptation I now know is a must. I used to have Rolling Guard, which would help if like if your defenses are enough. Rolling Guard can be just like, alright, it's there in emergency situations, but more of adaptation. Yeah, you could have both. That's 2 mod slots.
The raid is off to a successful start. When you are ready, go to extraction.
Oh hey, we're back up into the 70s. 381, yeah, it still has 80 KPM. But it is better. Alright, so reset combo, bring out the Exalted Blade. Yeah, so you might notice shockwaves coming out. Also the constant energy drain. Yeah, it's a melee, but it's also an ability, which means it gets reduced by ability. Getting stuff like Overguard, so... eh. See, your combos isn't doing too hot. Right, there's 8-time combo. Again, the breathing space that Radial Howl gives is just amazing. So I don't think I quite need Arcane Eruption then. I'm going to keep Radial Howl. In which case I can go for a damaging Arcane or a defensive one. Yeah, no, I already lost the buff. Yeah, combo is like the biggest thing. And see what I mean? Kinda just instantly die. I have to rebuild my combo from scratch because the Exalted Blade went down, and it's just like, ugh.
Extraction is ready.
Yep. See if we can make it in 10 minutes.
Life support activated.
Yep, 33 hit points. Oh boy.
Look at them. They come to this place when they know they are not sure.
Critical life support levels. Extraction is your best option.
Tenno used the keys, but they are mere trespassers. Only I, Thor, know the true power of the void.
Okay. Get rid of that one.
Now I will stop them. Now I am changed. Reborn
Alright, 631.
of the Yanis key.
About 60 kpm.
The longer you fight, the more successful we will be.
Alright, about time to bail.
You are running out of time. Consider extraction.
We cannot blame these creatures. They are being led by a false prophet, an impostor who knows not the secrets of the void. The Tenno are lost, and they will resist. But I, Vor, will cleanse this place a very pretty. This death is temporary. My existence is forever. I cannot be destroyed.
And so we learn the importance of clarity.
Yeah, as you saw, it's Gulliver's a little rough around the edges.
Life support has been replenished.
I feel like it could definitely be better. And I see potential, but I'm just having trouble achieving it. So, I'll call this stream here then. Thank you for putting up with the Warframe stream. I don't know if we'll do this tomorrow night. I know there's a couple of you that play Warframe or like watching Warframe, but Alyssa is definitely not one of them. So, yeah. Guess we'll leave tomorrow till tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Fare thee well.
Try.